What a bloody fantastic shot. Thanks for joining us. Okay, we'll start off at 30 meters and we'll see how that goes. Right, good afternoon guys, and thanks for joining me. So we don't seem to be travelling around too much at the minute, obviously with lockdown. I have been busy on the camper, as you're fully aware, but it's nice now and again to leave all that behind you and to get out. And one of my hobbies is archery. I'm not really a professional, I'm nowhere near. I would say I'm only an amateur, but nevertheless it's nice, you know, a sunny afternoon or something like that in the summer, just to get out there and shoot some arrows. I've had the bow now. This is a bow, compound bow, made by Bowtech, the decent company. I've had it now for probably about, I don't know, 10 years, and I've only started shooting it these last few years. I had it all checked out last summer, just to make sure everything was still alright and the strings and everything were fine. And yeah, everything's fine, so I'm intending to use it more this year. It's for target shooting. I don't intend shooting any animals with it, let's just get that clear. And God forbid that we're in a time when we need to go out hunting for food. But anyway, it's Bowtech, it's a compound bow. The pull is £59 pull. The drawstring, if you know anything about bows, it's on a 60/40, so you're pulling 50, you're putting 60% of that £59 on the pull, and then it reduces down to 40% that pull, so you can actually hold it and lock your arm out longer if you were to be aiming or walking with the bow, shall we say, cocked. I don't know all the terminology. Like I said, I am only an amateur, and it's just a little bit of fun. It's get out there and just do a little bit of shooting and so on. I did treat myself last year to a new set of arrows, and also I've got a new trigger release. So unlike the conventional long bow or recurve bow where you actually use your fingers, this is actually a release on a trigger, which is supposedly a little bit more accurate and more consistent. So I'm up here today just to fire some arrows, do a little bit of filming, and yeah, I've just set up a target now at 30 meters. I will increase that to around about 60 throughout the day, but it's 2 o'clock, in fact it's turned 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I may have to shoot some arrows, leave off, and then come back tomorrow, so we'll see about that. So yeah, so it's up here shooting a few arrows, testing out the new trigger release, and we'll see how we go on. That's the first shot. I hit the target, I just don't know quite where. The first shot was bang centre, just slightly below the white card. So as I said, that's my first arrow in about 6 months. I think that's pretty good. Well, lucky. The next one could just disappear into the woods somewhere. When I actually took the bow into the shop, I explained 1 or 2 problems I were having, and I actually had intentions of going there and buying a brand new setup. And the guy looked at the bow and says, "Look, you know, I can take me, you know, money off myself, and he says I can sell you a bow. There's nothing wrong with this one. Just shoot it." So he gave me a couple of tips, which I'm trying out. And looking at the second arrow there, it's just virtually gone down side of the first arrow. So I don't know, maybe things are working. I really had doubts in the bow because I didn't know any background of it. I didn't know whether it was a good bow or something like that. I think I paid about £300 for it or something like that, maybe £150. I can't remember. And I always had my doubts about it, but I've had it checked out now twice by, you know, the professional archery shops, and yeah, there's no problem with it apparently. Right. Don't know whether my target's just moved slightly, but the third shot went underneath the target. So I've just adjusted that one slightly, that last shot. And I've got to watch that. I'm getting soil on the end, which obviously is making the arrow heavy. I think that's what happened to the third shot when I pulled it out of the ground here. I had soil on the end, it went underneath the target. Right, first 11 arrows at the target. One were definitely a miss, as I seem to think I pulled a glump of some soil up on the arrow, and I did adjust my shots halfway through, because of the third shot. So you can see, looking at this, it's actually not too bad. You can see the consistency. Alright, you archers out there will be saying, what the heck? But if you take out your closest one and you take out the one the furthest away, I'm quite sure you can appreciate take that one out. That's the rogue one. You can see the grouping's not too bad. I suppose if you've got any hints or tips, put them down in the comments down below. That would be nice. You're going to tell me to stick with the air rifle, aren't you? I know you are. Yeah, so any comments, put them down below. Obviously I'm not a professional, I'm only amateur, and these are my first 11 shots, 12 shots of this season. And to be quite honest with you, it does actually take a little bit of getting into. I have got a limp wrist on my left hand, which ain't all that clever, which makes it really difficult. Hence, I've got this strapped up. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. The first arrow was this one here, followed by the second one, and you've got three in there within. You've got three there within 2 inch, and then I actually started aiming, rather than aiming for the centre here, I started aiming for the line. So I guess the arrow what went underneath just put me off a little bit, and so on. Enough excuses. Let's put some more arrows in. These are not expensive arrows. These are just some I got off eBay, to be quite honest with you. They work out about £2-3 a piece, which at this level of archery I don't think it's too bad. And to say you do occasionally miss the target, it's yeah, I think it's acceptable. They say a good archer for every 10 meters or a 10 meter shot should be within, the grouping should be within about 25-30 mil, and for every 10 meters after that it increases, it doubles in size. So at 30 meters my grouping should be technically within, call it 75 mil, so something like that. So that's what I'm aiming for. I think at 30 meters, as I'm shooting now, if I get onto this card, so all my shots are on here, I'll be happy. Okay, first 3 shots. As you can see, they're all within, what do I say, the 75 mil radius. I think that's bloody good. They all are lower the target. I were actually aiming round about here on the target, so I'm going to adjust the sight now and then fire another 3, and we'll see where they go from there. Okay, second batch of arrows, it comes up, so I'm going to move the target again. I need them roughly around this area, so bang central of the square, and I'd be happy at that. Okay, 4 more arrows there, 1 rogue one. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. You'll probably have a better idea of what's it in order than what I have. But yeah, you can see the shots are coming up. So again, I still need to adjust the sight to lift it up a little bit more. But we're getting there. I mean, if you look at the grouping from 30 meters, I don't know what you guys think. But it's not bad. Not for me anyway. Thanks to my friend Lee as well about the arrow puller. It works a treat. I'm happy with that. So I've just fired off my last 11-12 shots, and the wrist is aching. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day. But as you can see from what we got here, from 30 meters, ain't too bad. I'm happy with that. So it's the first time I've shot, like I said, within about 6 months. I'm happy. So don't forget, if you have enjoyed what you've seen, please comment down below. We can go more into this line, and certainly once we start travelling we will be shooting and so on us travels. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for joining us again. So when would I use the bow? Hunting. And what do I hunt? You know.